Hello, friend. June began with a fresh, rainy spell and ink-colored skies, after what seemed like an eternity of wonderful May sunshine. England, as usual, surprises us with ever-shifting weather, unpredictable but charming in its ever-changing ways. Oh, who am I kidding? Perhaps there is indeed no better weather that suits English summer than this. Everywhere I look turned green and lush and wonderful, so much so that I want to run out in the rain, soak in every drop, get swooped away by the warm summer wind. But alas, I stayed indoors today, enjoying a cozy atmosphere from the warmth of my home, drinking a cup of tea under a blanket with a lovely book and the sound of raindrops pattering on the windowsill. You know, many years ago I never used to like the rain, but nowadays I find something so romantic in the sound of it, in this stillness. I love waking up and falling asleep to the sound of raindrops. To me, there is no better lullaby. Today is the day I also decided to spend time tending to my home a little. Decluttering my bookshelves, a task I wanted to undertake for ages but never seemed to find time for, and cooking a warming meal for a long grey evening ahead. Sometimes, or maybe a little too often, I think back at how my life has changed and ponder, what is it that led me here where I am right now? The person I used to be, ever running, restless for change. Anywhere but here was my constant state of being. Truthfully, I never thought that I will someday find home within myself, that I will be able to hold space for so much emotion, beauty, peace within my own being. I think about my messy childhood, the overwhelmed desire to run away. To an extent, I held on to that image for most of my 20s too, unaware of how wonderful life can become in slowness, in stillness, in absence of constant chase. How movement doesn't need to be frantic and aggressive, but it can be gentle and steady, and lead you still to where you want to go. How every change comes from a place of growth rather than anxiety. How every achievement comes from the quiet recognition of your own strength rather than desire to loudly prove yourself to anyone. And how on the way you will end up retaining the most important thing you have: you. As soon as the rain let up, I found myself running outside to enjoy the freshness, the sweet, damp scent of wet grass and earth. I am a nature child after all. I can't stay for too long within the confine of my own four walls. It's usually quiet after the rain. Old cottages stand still and silent, front entrances framed by roses and gardens fragrant with early blooming lavender. I often get asked, where are the people? Almost every single time I show these lovely serene places. Passers-by are a rare occurrence on a rainy day. I find that people are a rare occurrence in most places I go to anyway, perhaps by my own choosing or by coincidence. On weekdays or the weekends, most of the time it's strangely quiet. But I must say I enjoy the solitude I get to experience on my nature walks. If I step on a busy high street or venture into Oxford, I will be 100% surrounded by crowds. And I love an occasional outing, being amongst people, feeling the energy of a busy place. But I enjoy the quietude even more, this place where I can fully feel like myself. I have some news to share with you today. I am launching memberships on my YouTube channel, a place where I will post more private, close-to-heart, sit-down chats and live updates with those who would like to see more. I had a Patreon page for a bit, but found myself struggling to navigate yet another social media, so now everything will be in one place here on YouTube. There is no obligation to join whatsoever, and content on my public channel will remain the same. I am incredibly, eternally grateful to every single one of you who chooses to support me by watching my content, or chooses to leave a comment under my public videos, or chooses to join the private membership. If you are curious and would like to join, I will leave a link for you in the description. Thank you again for spending your time here with me. I will see you soon.